Hey guys, it's Carolina here from KarolinasKrafts and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I thought we would do like a process video of me trying to use up the rest of the scraps from this collection called the Classic Christmas. So I do have two full-size sheets that look like this. We're probably not going to use that, maybe for like the strip on the side. But other than that, all I'm left with is just some scraps. So I wanted to make a project, and I thought the easiest way to do this would be to make a card folio. Now, I'm not doing like a full-on tutorial. I'm going to do a process video, but if you want to check out a full-on tutorial, Tiffany from Let's Get Scrappy recently kind of posted how she makes it, but I will be showing how I do it here as well. And I recently found this, or I found this stash of envelopes last night, and I was like, oh my gosh, these are so colorful, but I thought I would take some of the cream colored ones and make a card folio. So that's what I'm gonna do here today. And yeah, so let's get started and I'll show you guys what I'm doing to make this. All right, so first up, I'm gonna combine my envelopes here. Like Tiffany, she puts these inside one another before she combines it, just to make sure that everything is gonna kind of stick down properly. And mine looks pretty good. So I'm gonna go ahead and put some glue on here. So all I did was put the envelope inside the other. Now this is the outside, and I'm just gonna stick it down together. So those are stuck down together, and now I have to take out the one piece so that I could keep a flap. I mean, if you don't want a flap, you totally don't need to do that. You could get rid of it, but I have a flap here. All right, I also decided I'm gonna do some paper matting with some craft paper I was thinking. So let's see, this measures 5 1/4, so let's do like 5 1/8 by, let's try 5 1/8 by 7. So I'm gonna need 3 pieces like that. And you could do this with any envelope size. You're just gonna have to measure to see what size you have. So I'm cutting that at 7. And now 5 1/8. And hopefully this fit fine. I need approximately 4 of these. One of them we're gonna end up cutting down a little bit more later. But let's go with 4. And you don't have to double layer. This is just gonna add, it's gonna add some bulk, but also some sturdiness, because envelopes aren't the most sturdy. So this adds a nice layer of sturdiness for this project. Okay, so this will fit like that. All right, that looks pretty good. See, this is the one I'm gonna have to cut down a little bit, because we're gonna have to cut this down into this shape. But let's start here. So I need to now figure out what paper I'm gonna put there. Oh, I think I want this one on the front cover. Now let's see, what cut parts do I have? Either I do the stocking and Peace on Earth, or 'Tis the Season. You know what? Let me hold on to this, because I think I want to use that on the front. Well, we could do something with this. Trying to see like what bigger scraps I have that might work. Oh, this is pretty too. Oh, this has to be this way. Ooh, we could use that here. What a perfect fit. See, look at that. Maybe I'll do like something like that. I'm realizing this might be a little hard. Oh, I found some more tags I could do. But this might be a little hard because I don't have big paper sizes. But I'm thinking this side is gonna get this paper. Yeah, but it's gonna need another strip of something. All right, well, anyway, so this measures 7 inches tall, which means this is probably 6 7/8 for this piece. Yeah, 6 7/8, and I'm just gonna cut this one to be 6 7/8 as well, because I will paper piece these. I'm using my new bone folder from Craftelier, and it's great so far. Oh, forgot this little corner. All right, so the other side of this is gonna need a piece that measures, so the other one is 6 7/8 by a little less than 2 3/8. And now I'm gonna need a piece that measures like 2 5/8 by 7. So I have this cut at 7, and let's do 2 5/8. I think I might need to be a little smidge shorter. Actually, it does not. So that works out. Okay, so there's that. Now, because this measures 5 1/8 by 7, you can fit like a 5 by 7-ish photo with a little bit of a border, but I think what I'll do, and actually I think I want to do like an off-white color. Hold on. I got some scrappies here as well, so I'm trying to find an off-white color. Ooh, I like this size, whatever this is. So that's 3 3/4. Let's make it by 5. You could do like a 3 by 5 size photo, or is it a 4 by 5 usually? I think maybe it's 4 by 5. Have another piece here. All right, let's make this 4 by 5 so that the person could fit a 4 by size photo. Okay, so that's 4 by 5. These are my good pieces. Let me get a scrappy. I want to cut this to be 4 1/8 by 5 1/8. All right, something like this, so the person could add their photo. And I think that looks good. What I am gonna do here is add some photo corners, and I'm gonna do white after I glue this down. So this I'm only gonna glue down on 3 sides. And try to get this in the middle, but I'm also trying to not cover up the face of that bird. Okay, and this way the recipient can replace this piece or like the paper with their photo. So I'm gonna add photo corners to this. And you could add your greeting card message here also. So this is like gonna be like a little card folio where you could either add a greeting message and like a couple of photos, but it's not very like it doesn't have like a huge gusset, so you definitely don't want to go crazy. And we're gonna line this up. Okay, so that photo could then be replaced and I could still have a tuck spot there. So I'm gonna go ahead and glue this down here. I should really be using my glue that releases a little bit more glue here. This is the super fine tip, and I have another one that I probably should be using instead of this one. But anyway, I'm gonna glue this down, and I want to glue this down more to the left. And the reason being, you want like that space in the center, otherwise there's just gonna be a lot of bulk happening there. And you still want it to close. All right, so there's that side. And now for the other side, first I'm gonna put this in here. And I'm gonna draw the shape that I need. And you're gonna cut that out. Okay, I do, oh, there we go. We have to cut a little bit. How is this side uneven? But we gotta cut some of this part off. we still gotta cut off a little bit more. This is the hardest part. Okay, and I am going to make this a little bit shorter on the end here, just like a sliver. All right, that looks pretty good, with the exception of that piece still. How is this uneven? I don't understand. And then this needs to come down. All right. So this part is just a little annoying. If you're gonna make a lot of these, make yourself a template, which I'm probably gonna have to do after this video. All right, that looks pretty good now. I'm gonna erase my pencil marks. All right, let's figure out what paper. Oh, I said I wanted to do this paper. Let me think. All right, I kind of like this. Okay, I'm gonna cut off that strip that I did not cut off straight. Okay, and I'm gonna cut this in half again. Okay, let's see, this measures 4 5/8. So let's do like 2 1/4. Okay, so those measure the same size, and I was thinking of putting those here, top and bottom, and then the middle being this, and I think that actually looks pretty good. So now it's just the measuring and the cutting part. All right, so that looks good there. I'm gonna glue that down. Okay, and then this side, so I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna line this up on the back with a little bit of an offset. So I want some kind of a border, but then I'm gonna move this over a little bit more so that this piece is gonna be slightly smaller when I put it on here. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and cut that out. I'm not sure if you guys could see my line here, but that's all you're gonna do. Okay, and that looks good there. And then this whole thing goes like this. Okay, I'm kind of thinking I want like that ripping technique here, or I could leave this as a belly band because I could also do that. And if we leave this as a belly band, it's gonna be a little bit of a big belly band. And I feel like it needs an outline. But maybe we'll do that. We'll do a belly band just in case I decide to add in like a larger tag there or something. With a little bit of a border. And then I'm gonna cut around this. Don't forget to erase your pencil marks. Okay, and I'm just gonna glue this on the sides here. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and glue this down just like that. All right, so we got that part. Now I need a piece that goes here, and I don't have a lot of scraps left. I'm not sure how this white one really fits in here. I don't know if I like it, but we might have to use it. All right, so we're gonna have to make this work with these scraps that I have because I really don't have anything else. I don't know if I really want that sideways either. So we're kind of limited here. We could either do this one, well, I guess we can do this one. But yeah, I don't have a lot of these. All right, I'm kind of thinking, what is this? Oh, I think that one's too much because I have the plaids. This one doesn't work because it's sideways. So it's literally this one or this one. Okay, fun stuff, fun stuff. Okay, I think this one matches better out here. So I'm gonna use another scrap, or actually I don't have scraps. So we're gonna use this, and we're gonna trace this. But we do need to make it smaller, obviously, than this, so that it could be like an offset kind of thing. So when I cut this, I'm gonna cut inside. Pretty good. Only just a little bit here. All right, so that could work. And I'm gonna do another one of these. And this time I'll trace this one and I'll cut it on the line. Okay, just don't forget to erase all of your pencil marks. All right, so I'm now gonna take this piece and kind of trace around it, but I'm gonna try and make it a little smaller. So I want this kind of off-centered, or not off-centered, but I don't want it to line up exactly. I want that border so that when I trace it, this should be a piece that works well for this. All right, and that will fit right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and glue this piece down. Okay, so there's that. And then this opens up. And now I have to do this piece on the inside. And this is where I'm kind of thinking maybe we'll just do this one again. But also, wish I had this piece to be long enough, but I don't. But those could be little, like one of the tags or something. Okay, I feel like this one's gonna go on the inside. So I'm gonna cut this one at 7 inches. And I think that's gonna go right in here. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. right, back to this piece. Okay, so I'm gonna take this guy. Okay, so just cut around this after you trace it, so you have your guideline. And I know I'm gonna have to do a little bit more cutting also, but that looks good there. And then just this piece. Beautiful. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and glue this down. All right, so then I have this all glued down now. It's beautiful. All right, now we can work on the front and back covers, and then I'll come back to do like an insert in here and possibly a tag. But this is what this looks like. All right, so the front cover, I know I have this piece right here, and I'm thinking this. I really wish I had like some gold or something. Okay, so that measures 5 1/8 across. We're gonna make this, wait. Okay, we're gonna make this 5 inches. Okay, so that's gonna go like that. My bottom piece is gonna be about 3 1/8. We're gonna make it a little bit bigger than 3 1/8 though. Let's make it 3 1/2. I cut that wrong. Oh my goodness. All right, well, we cut that wrong. So I'm gonna add a gold layer. If I added another layer, then the other piece can be that short. So this is 5 1/8. Let's cut this 5 by 6 7/8. No, 5 by 6 3/4. Okay. And then this piece. But if that's 5 inches, let's make this 4 7/8. Okay, I think that looks good. So I'm gonna start gluing this down. Okay, and then there's this piece, and I'm gonna do some of that ripping. I just still don't know what cut apart to use on the front here, but we got the front. I kind of like just this thing that says peace on earth, but let's cut this out. Let's see which one we should use. Because I think I kind of like this one. I do think I like that. But instead of, I'm gonna mat this onto my own paper, and we're gonna make it a square. Or not a square, more like a rectangle, I guess. Kind of like a cut apart. Okay, so that's what I got here, and here's my scrap gold paper. All right, so that's what I got here. And I feel like it needs to pop a little bit more, and I'm actually gonna try to put it on white, I'm thinking. Or maybe, should we do cream? No, maybe white. So I got some scrap white paper. Yeah, maybe white will work. So I'm gonna glue this down onto white. It's just lots of matting, guys. I think that looks good. And then you just decorate with some flowers and things, and enamel dots. But I think that looks good. All right, so that is my front cover. I haven't decided yet if I would like a ribbon enclosure or not. So for now, I'm gonna leave it, because this one's actually laying a lot flatter than my last one, but then again, I didn't add in all the other stuff inside of here yet. All right, back cover. Where's my other layering piece? I hope I didn't cut it up. All right, here we go. My desk is a mess. So here's the back piece, and I kind of want to save this for, I think, this piece to save for inside of here. Yeah, I think I'll do that. All right, let me just get a scrap piece here, and we'll do the inside already. So let's make this 5 inches by 4 5/8. Okay, so that's 5 inches by 4 5/8. So I'm going to cut this layering piece 5 inches, or 5 1/8 by 4 3/4. Okay, so that looks good. And I'll do a white background. So the white background is going to be 5 inches by 4 5/8. All right, what I am going to do here is just round all these corners with a 1/2 inch. Make sure this fits. Yeah. All right, let me glue this down. That way we have the insert done already. So a lot of the time when you're doing and working like with scraps, you kind of have to look at the size of your scraps because it's important. It depends on kind of like what you could make. So you got to try and get the bigger pieces done first. Alright, so this could be another greeting card message in here, or you can add photo. So that's just gonna live right there, and that looks cute. I think I kind of do want a tag here, but something, maybe this paper. I want something white, or you know what? Let's use this guy because that's got a white inside, and that way I could use up this tag. It just needs to be a little bit smaller. And I could still do a colored paper on the other side. Oh, if I can make this even smaller. You know what? We are. We're gonna do this. So I'm gonna make my tag. Let's go with 2.5 inches. That's usually like my go-to tag size. And this measures a little less than 4.5. But I'm gonna make this piece 2 3/8. Okay, and then I want to do the same thing with this. So it's gonna be, wait. I'm gonna have to go smaller than 2.5. Because I don't want that gold piece in there. Or sorry, not smaller than 2.5, but smaller than the 4.5. So I just lined them up and I'm cutting around this. So I have the size that I want. All right, so these are gonna go back to back on a tag. I'm gonna go ahead and cut that on an angle. And then I'm using that corner piece to cut the other side. So that it's the same on both sides. Now I'm gonna go ahead and glue this down onto the craft paper. I'm gonna use those same corner pieces on the other tag, or the back side. So I just line it up and then I cut that corner. All right, so this I could cut down and make my border. And then I could glue down this other piece. Okay, and that's gonna fit here. Now I'm gonna take, this is like a multi-size hole puncher, and I'm just gonna punch a hole in what looks like the center. It's a little off, but there's nothing I can do about it now. That's what happens when you eyeball things. Then I'm gonna take an eyelet and I'm gonna set that. And now I'm gonna find some ribbon. Hopefully I have some red. There we go, we got some red. This is just like my seam binding scrap stash, so I always go through here first before I cut another piece. I feel like after all of this, I am gonna need a ribbon tie closure. All right. So there's that piece right there. I still need something that goes there. You know, it's still laying pretty flat, which is good. It's cute. And so far we used scraps. All right, I need another tag that goes up here. Let's use the candy cane paper. Okay, so I'm gonna cut this. Let's do 2.5. This one I think could be a larger tag, but maybe not that large. So 2.5 by, let's see, 4.5. That might be a good size. I'm gonna cut, you know, I could be using white paper, but I could also use the back of this if I wanted to, but I'm just gonna use white again. So 2.5 by 4.5, which means that my scrap piece should be 2 5/8 by 4 5/8. Why is crafting so messy, guys? But anyway, this is gonna go back here, and that looks like it's a good size. So I'm gonna take all my pieces here. There's a couple of different ways that you could do the tags. How is this too short now? What'd I do? Did I cut this wrong? Did I lose my paper? I'm very confused. It's fine, we'll cut another one. 2.5 by 4.5. All right, so I'm gonna line this up like that, and I'm gonna cut a corner, use that same corner and flip it to cut the other corner. Then I'm gonna use this piece to cut this guy. And now we're ready to glue. All right, so I'm gonna punch another hole in this one. Last time I did this, I made like a little tab punch, but this time I just want another tag. Gonna grab another eyelet. And I just need another ribbon. And no, black is a little too dark. All right, let me cut another piece of a red. No, maybe we'll do white. All right, so this is what we got. We got a tag back there, this photo area. We've got this photo mat here, plus a tag here. And yeah, now it's just the back cover, so I'll just paper piece some scraps together. I haven't decided if I want a ribbon closure yet, which I think I might. So then this is gonna go there. And I think we're gonna use this candy cane ribbon that I have in my stash. So I'm gonna put some tape down. I know that this is like 7 1/4, which means I'm gonna put my tape down at like 3 1/2-ish. All right. Okay. Okay, make sure to keep that in place. I'm gonna cut off a piece. I'm gonna flip it, add another piece of tape here. Okay. All right, now we got a ribbon closure. I could add this paper now. And I'm gonna use my bigger glue because the other one's like barely anything with that fine tip. And I probably should have been using this one for all these larger pieces anyway. Okay, so there's that. And then there's just the back side, which I still don't know what to do with. But when worst comes to worst with this, and I'm gonna do this off camera, but the back side, I will, if anything, just make my little hexagon kind of design. So I did that on this one, and all I do is punch out a bunch of hexagons with these little scraps that I have and just piece them together, and then I just glue that on top. So if worst comes to worst, that's what I'll do, but I'm gonna figure this out off camera. But that's basically this whole thing, and I'll decorate a little bit off camera, but I just wanted to show you guys how I go through a lot of the scraps to figure out my little card folio. So that is everything, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next crafty video. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.